Before electricity, there was power. The Philadelphia pattern they don't teach. Those beautiful loft apartments in Manayunk, they were never meant to be apartments. They were machines, entire buildings designed to turn raw fiber into the fabric of American life. And almost nobody today understands what powered them because this happened before electricity. So the real question is not what the mills produced. The real question is what was powering an entire industrial city without a grid? Manayunk, the hidden industrial engine. Philadelphia didn't just participate in the Industrial Revolution, it became one of its centers. Entire sections of the city were built to produce textiles at scale: cotton, wool, carpets, industrial fabrics. That wasn't small production, it was infrastructure. So powerful that parts of Philadelphia were called the Manchester of America. But most people focus on what was produced. That's surface level. The real story is deeper because none of it works without power. And at that time, there was no electricity. Power without wires. The system was simple and brilliant. Philadelphia engineers built the Schuylkill Canal, not just for transportation, for control. Water from the river was redirected into narrow channels called mill races. That water didn't just flow, it was engineered, directed, it was measured. It hit turbines and wheels that turned massive shafts. Those shafts drove belts. Those belts powered entire floors of machinery. One system, one flow, one continuous transfer of energy. That wasn't primitive, that was precision. The canal functioned as a power grid, not electrical, hydraulic. The question most people miss: if the river was the power source, why weren't the mills built directly on the river? Because rivers are unstable. Floods, drought, ice, unpredictable energy. And factories don't run on chaos, they run on consistency. So engineers did something most people overlook. They controlled the environment. The canal regulated the water, the mill race delivered it. The system stabilized power. That's the difference between nature and engineered energy. The buildings were machines. Now look at the buildings. Those massive windows, they are not aesthetic, they are functional. Textile production requires precision. Threads break, fibers shift, mistakes happen at a microscopic level. Without light, production fails. So the buildings were designed to capture daylight at scale. Wall-to-wall windows, open interiors, air circulation to clear fiber dust. They weren't factories. They were daylight-powered production systems. Every element had purpose. The collapse no one talks about. For nearly 2 centuries, Philadelphia produced materials that clothed the nation. Then the system collapsed. Manufacturing moved. Factories shut down. The mills went silent. And the infrastructure that sustained entire communities disappeared with them. Places like Kensington did not decline by accident. They were dismantled. When production leaves, consequences follow. That's not theory, that's pattern. 1976, the next phase. Then something happens. 1976, Philadelphia again. A designer named Willie Smith launches Willie Wear. His idea is clear. Fashion should belong to the people, not institutions, not elite runways, the street. This is the birth of modern streetwear. And it's not random, it's the next phase. Philadelphia moves from producing fabric to influencing how culture wears it. The pattern. Now step back and look at the full arc. 1700s and 1800s. Structured garments, natural fibers, clothing built like architecture. Late 1900s. Casual clothing, streetwear, accessibility, and movement. This is not progress or decline. This is a shift in values. So the real question becomes, was streetwear the destination or was it the bridge? What comes next? The next phase is already forming. Not a return to elitism, a return to intention. Clothing that is accessible, well constructed, made from natural materials, designed to support the body. This is elevated everyday clothing because clothing is not neutral. It shapes posture, presence, behavior, and ultimately culture. Philadelphia once powered the machines that produced the fabric of American life. Then it shaped how that fabric was worn. And now we are standing at the edge of the next shift from production to expression to elevation. That's the pattern. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.